Malaysia made international news recently when two local men along with five Chinese nationals were arrested for money laundering and cybercrime in the United States, hacking more than 100 companies globally. So while Malaysia's crime index has reportedly dropped over the years, with an average of 11,000 fewer cases each consecutive year, cybercrime remains rampant, with cybercriminals taking advantage of new technologies and remote working platforms enforced due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. My name is Haziq Shamsul, and in this video I will talk to you guys about how cybercrimes affect everyone as we move towards a world of digitalisation, and how do we prevent this from happening to not just ourselves but to our beloved families, friends and every citizen in Malaysia. So cybercrime is a criminal activity that uses technology mainly involving a computer and a network, either as a medium or a target. With that said, it can affect any online users. Similarly, how anyone with a working computer and access to internet can be cyber criminals too. There are various types of cybercrimes. Some examples include DDoS attack, botnet, identity theft, malware, spoofing, web defacement, online harassment, as well as phishing scams. Cybercrimes has also been reported to be a more lucrative crime than drug trafficking, with more than 70% of commercial crime cases now categorized as cybercrime. So according to the Malaysian Crime Prevention Foundation, MCPF, the total losses recorded in regards to cybercrime for the year of 2019 and 2020 were RM 305 million and RM 247 million respectively. So over the past decade, technology has advanced significantly to create the highly digital world that we currently live in. As a result of these developments, the conversations around cybercrimes have grown louder and louder. So in this context, there's often a lot of talk about how cybercrimes affect individual organizations, but the true question is, how does it impact us as a whole? The internet, in particular, allows offenders to hide behind a shield of digital anonymity, making it a great tool for scammers and hackers. But there are many different ways criminals can exploit advancing technology and can use it for their own gains. Although cybercrimes cover a wide range of activities, they can be generally broken down into two categories: crimes that target computer networks or devices, and also crimes that use computer networks to advance other criminal activities. These types of crimes include phishing and identity theft. It's not just big corporations and companies in the IT sector that are hard hit by data breaches and malware attacks. The overall monetary impact of cybercrime on society and government is pretty much significant. Every year, millions of ringgits are lost to online criminal activity worldwide. This money that could be better spent elsewhere in other areas such as healthcare for our COVID-19 vaccine, education, as well as infrastructure. So as you can see to my right, according to the Communication and Multimedia Deputy Minister, Datuk Zahidi Zainul Abidin, 5,697 incidents of cyber fraud were reported to the Cybersecurity Malaysia for the period January to August this year, as compared to 4,671 incidents for the same period last year, an increase of 22%. So cases have especially risen since the introduction of the Movement of Control Order (MCO), with a total of 3,906 complaints lodged to the Cyber 999 Help Center from March 18 to the June of 30th, an increase of more than 90% compared to the same period last year. So the reported cases involve cyberbullying, fraud, cyber intrusions, hacking attempts, and spam, most of which occurred in urban areas with a high-speed internet connection. So under the Ministry of Multimedia and Communications (MCMC), Cybersecurity Malaysia is established as a cybersecurity specialist agency to provide a broad range of services and strengthen Malaysia's self-reliance in cyberspace. So the organization assists enforcement agencies in cyber forensics and analysis, such as analyzing evidence and providing expert witnesses for relevant cybercrime cases. It also aims to establish a culture of security through awareness programs and best practices among children, teenagers, parents, as well as organizations. Besides cybersecurity in Malaysia, there are also multiple sub-organizations and services provided to cater Malaysia's growing need for the online security. There are also many cyber laws and policies such as the Computer Act 1997 and the Communication and Multimedia Act 1998 that act as a safeguard against cybercriminal activities in the country. With that said, with the rise in cybercrime cases, there is an urgent need for proactive steps to tackle the crime. Cybersecurity Malaysia, for example, has highlighted the shortcoming of its agency in the lack of cybersecurity professionals. Hence, universities are urged to offer more courses and programs to educate the public and create awareness on cybersecurity. More recently, a proposal has also been submitted by the MCPF for the government to set up a committee consisting of the police, MCMC, Bank Negara, telecommunication companies, and as well as National Cybersecurity Agency to discuss, monitor, as well as to identify the effective actions to address issues of cybercrime. Since everyone is vulnerable to the threats of cybercrime, there are simple but proactive steps to avoid becoming victims of cybercrime, such as never give out personal data over the phone or via email unless you are completely sure the line or email is secure. Do not open an attachment from a sender you do not know. Do not click or download any links in spam emails or other messages from unidentified sources. Check the authenticity of organizations involved by calling the companies using the number on their official website. Use strong passwords that people will not guess, and do not record them anywhere. And you have to ensure that your antivirus software and operating system are set up to date to protect your devices from the latest security threats. If there are any cyber incidents you want to report, head to Cyber 999 Emergency Help Center at 019-266-5850 or visit their website for more information. So this has been me, Muhammad Haziq Shamsul, and this video is about the cybercrime activities in Malaysia. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Stay safe.